Welcome. Thank you for coming and checking in with me today. I'm going to try and cut out all my coughing. I've been to my GP today and I have a chest infection to go with the asthma. Oh well. And I haven't cashed stuff for over a month because the last one I did was before I went on holiday and I didn't cash stuff while I was on holiday. So I really want to cash stuff today. And I had to go out to the GP and then I had to go to the chemist to pick up my prescription for my antibiotics. So I popped into the, we call them ATMs or hole in the wall, and I got myself some money out without too much infecting other people. I wore a mask. Anyway, I'm going to come back to this a minute because I got to push it up a bit. Just wanted to recap on my week. So this week is the week, these 2 weeks now, the 2 weeks I'm cash stuffing. I also went today to get some groceries as well, because apparently the shops are closed Easter Friday and Easter Sunday. So I thought I'd get some things in because I was running a bit short. And unfortunately, I don't have family in New Zealand. My eldest son is in Japan, where I've just come back from, and my youngest son lives in Australia, so pretty much on my own. So yeah, so food, 123.20. So I'm gonna need to put that back in the bank because I got it out in cash. So yeah, anyway, I had no spend Monday, no spend Tuesday, and no spend today because I bought groceries that were budgeted, and I will find out what my wages are tonight. This is a toast holder. So today we've got 51, 52, 50 and 50s. So how are you all? Hopefully you're not as sick as me. We're going into autumn here, and where I've been in Japan, it's going into spring. So obviously with the change of weathers, I've picked some bug up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 20, 40, 240. Oh, it's so good to do this. Do you miss it when you don't cash stuff? I'd love to know. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 40. Those. Just keeping an eye. I think I'm off screen. Oh dear. 5. So got 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we have 540, and somewhere I went wrong. Didn't add them ease up, so there we go, 680. Okay, so I've got 680 to cash stuff with. I have decided to do an electronic transfer of the big cash stuffing items into my rates and my insurances. Yeah, and if you saw my video, I think it went up yesterday, about having to take all my funds out that I could to pay myself back some debt. Right, I'm just going to move this all up because I feel like I'm out of shot. Okay, and the other thing I've noticed is my check sheet's not here. So my check sheet, the check sheet I use comes from the Two Sister Bees, and she did a live today, and I've been not really watching her recently because she's gone into a lot of talky videos without any cash stuffing, talking about lots of debt management, which is really helpful, and what she shares is really good. But today she came live and went, I'm not enjoying this. I'm going back to cash stuffing and doing the challenges and things with people. So I thought that was really insightful because that's what I was thinking. So anyway, Two Sister Bees, this is a free download from her. I've written all my categories here and what I need to take out of the bank each fortnight. Made a lot of errors because I don't know, I'm not thinking right. But I'll have this off to the side to see what I put in my different bits and bobs. So Christmas is going to get 10 today. Oh no, what happened there? It's right. Christmas. I didn't take any money out of Christmas. It hasn't got much in it anyway. So at the moment we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So not a great start, but I will increase it once I go overseas. So I need to, I'll add these off camera. So there's 90 in there now. My website looks like it's coming up for renewal of its of the site, so I need to cash that in. But luckily it's in the bank already, so the 300 there will hopefully be enough. In registration, I'm putting some money into that, and I think it's not on my sheet, so I'm going to use some of the money I have spare from the groceries. So I'm going to put $10 in there today because I'm trying to get this paid down, because this was another debt. So 20, 30, 45. So taking $10 off that will mean I owe myself $101, and that will be my English registration paid back. Vacation, I'm still going to put this in because I'm going to the UK for a year, and I'm going to be traveling across the world. I think it's a 28-hour trip, and I do need some money for the airports and things. It says $50 in there, and as you can see that was empty. So my council tax, this is a lot of cash in here, so when I do my next condensing, this will go back to the bank. And I'm going to now electronically put in 175 to my savings account. So today is the, good question, I don't even know what the day is, but I know it's April. So if I put electronic transfer, ETE, of 175, which will mean we've got 605 in there. So that's good because that's due soon, May. Then my house, car and contents insurance will also be electronic. This has already been condensed back to the bank. And the reason that's been condensed is that I had the contents bill come up, which was $406. So I've actually taken that out of here, and I've transferred it back from my savings into the checking account, and it's left me with $314, and I'm going to electronically put the rest of that in the next cash condensing, and I will do an electronic transfer today. Sorry, the pen. So the June electronic transfer of, what do I do? It looks like I do 120 now because so that means it's 464. There we go. I think that's right. Have I got it written on here? Sorry, no, it's 190 I put into the insurances now. So 190. I'll clear that. Actually, let me do this carefully. I bought myself some of these pens that were about, so that's going to get 190 a fortnight because my insurance is now in one policy and it's due in November to come up, so I'm hoping to at least have most of it saved by then, but it will be electronically saved. Debt, as I said in my previous video, I'm going to start paying some of that back, and I'll do that there. Now, the other thing I decided to do, because I absolutely took out $500 from my emergency fund, is again the Two Sister Bees does this lovely tracker, and this is $1,000. Do you see that? So it's $10 each honeycomb. When you fill in all the honeycombs, you get to $1,000. And my goal for this year is to get my emergency fund up to 1,000. I've already got it there almost twice, but I've had to put into it. But that's what it's there for. So in my emergency fund, I have 50, 75, and I'm going to add to that $25 today. So $25 today. So $25 means I can cross off that one. That makes that 10, so that's 5, and then 25. I bought some new pens while I was away in Japan. These are waterproof pens, and you get a thick writer on one end and a skinny writer on the other. They were a lot cheaper than the Sharpies, and they're waterproof. So that's coming on nicely, look, considering I took $500 out of it. It's filling up again. And also I'm going to be adding to that as I sell things. So I'll put that up to date when I get there. So that's all the long-term sinking funds. Now for the variable sinking funds. I've decided that Cohen is going to stay in his new home. I go to the UK in 6 weeks in a day, and because I've been so sick, I haven't been able to go and pick him up. That's the cat, Cohen the cat. You've seen him a few times here. And he's settling in really well. He's made friends with their cat, and he's also made friends with their dog. So he's actually living the life. But I'm still going to be saving his things in the variables while I'm away in the UK, so I can keep contributing to his needs. Today, the doctor's is going to get 35. I went to the doctor's today, and you get seen out the back so that you don't spread your germs inside. So I will get a text in a couple of days to say I owe them $50 for my consultation. And while I was there today, I also got my B12 shot. So we've got 50 that'll be going straight out, and then 15 for the injection, so it'll leave me with 30. But it's really good that I save it because I have it. And I've just got one more doctor's appointment before I leave to make sure I've got all my medicines to take with me. I was going to say that my dentist and contacts were fully funded, but I'm going to keep saving for the dentist and contacts because I will still need the dentist and contacts while I'm overseas. So I put $25 into that. And I do need to buy some contact lenses before I leave. So that'll be $2.90. So I've got plenty in there. So we've got 5, 50, 60, 560 in there. So that will get me at least 2 lots of contact lenses and start a good way to getting a next dentist appointment. So in my art, we get $60 in here. My art class is on Fridays, and we have a public holiday on this Friday. And we also have a public holiday on next Friday, which is Anzac Day. In New Zealand, we remember our war heroes who died at Gallipoli with the Australians. And so we have, instead of having Remembrance Sunday, which I think you have in the UK, and in America you have Veterans Day, we have Anzac Day here. So that means that I only have 4 art classes before I leave to go to the UK. So I have $30 left, which I will have a couple more savings, so I might be able to buy some more crafts. Oh, I didn't count it, sorry. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 in there. So that's good. My car, I'm going to do the warrant of fitness is due at the end of June, and my registration is due at the beginning of June. So I'm going to get both of those done, and for my friend who's going to look after my car. So my car today is getting 25. So that's plenty for the rego. So it's got 325, and hopefully it'll pass its warrant fitness because it's just had a big service. Pets, Mr. Cohen Cat, who still owes me quite a bit of money, but I don't think he's going to pay me back. He's going to get 25. And he has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 145. So I need to go and buy him some kitty litter. I bought his food up, so I'll keep saving into that. And yeah, Beauty got a hit because I took the money out to pay for the overspend. Come back, I coughed. So the Beauty is getting 10. So we're starting that again. I went to buy some moisturiser. I used Clarins facial moisturiser from Duty Free, $185. It stayed on the shelf. I cannot justify buying some moisturiser for my face at $185. So I'm going to have to do some research and try some new products. Clarins face cream does not upset my skin, whereas I've tried quite a few that do, but I just can't justify nearly $200 on a face cream. Yeah, so if you've got any recommendations for really sensitive skin, I can use Clarins. It's highly scented, but it doesn't upset me. So if you know of any other products that are really good, that would be helpful. Maintenance took a hit, so it's going to get started off back off with $10. I had to pay for the plumber out of my renovation budget. It came in, so that's all been paid, which is great. I need to do my wallet. I've got a new wallet a friend gave me. And I've got my bits and bobs in here. So groceries, it's going to get 30, 40, 50. It gets 200, so that's 150. 200, so I've got $75 left for the fortnight in groceries. I didn't spend all my grocery money last fortnight, but I'm trying to save that to pay off the debt. Dining out is going to get, I did increase it and I can't remember what I increased it to. 75. So 50, 60, 75, dining out. And any money that I don't use over the next 6 weeks will go into paying off that debt that I gained going overseas. And I'm actually going to cut these bottoms off, or cut the top off, I think, to put these into my purse. I might even, I can't find my laminator, because if you see, they're a slightly bit too big for my purse, but they fit just about with a bit of a crunch. So that's my wallet done. And then we spent the 125, which needs to go back to the bank. So that's that. Now we're going to our poor savings challenges that got absolutely shocked. So in this one, so for saving challenges, we should have savings 120, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 10, 20, and I've got $30 left. Right, so the 30-day challenge, I'm going to put all my different pens. I bought 2 sets of pens. These are all water. These are all from Japan, and they're all waterproof. And there's 2 brands. I've shown you that brand. And then there's this brand which has a bit of a thicker end on them. And I just wanted some different colours for different things. So I think I'm going to use that orange. Where's it gone? The orange on this one. So today I'm going to put $10 in here. And I'm going to go a 7 and a 3. I'm going to do that. There we go. So that started that back off. So this was really good. That had quite a bit in it. The $5 challenge. It had 3 lines in. No, 4. Oh, can't remember. So I'm going to put these 2 $5 notes in there. I'm going to use a navy blue. So that started back up. Wafty wafty, as Esther would say, for Money Matters. Oh, what's going on? Oh, and this one really got hammered, but there was that was quite a bit in there. I got left 10 for my birthday. Let's do the Iris Infinity Challenge. I'll just get the dice. So let's take this out. Just wanted to see how it worked. So what I've done is I've put a magnet sheet on the back and I've stuck 2 magnets together that I use in crafting. So we're going to do +2. 1, 2, 25. That's so I'm glad. And we've got no change. So 20, 30. Oh, I know, I can get those 2 5s out of the 5s. Let's take those 2 5s out of here. 2 5s. Put in the 10. So we've got 25, so that means we've got 20, 40, 65 in that one. And let's see if I can get it back in. So then we've got my birthday. And again, I need to buy or get a scratching device. Maybe the pen will work. So we've got 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if this works. Oh, it does too. Let's do it gently. And that means it's a 10. So I'm glad I did that one first. So my birthday's coming on nicely. I've got 50, 70, 80 in there. So I wonder if this Iris one is $100. There's only 2 left. And then what's left is 20, 40, 50, and there's a 15 there. So I'm going to put 50 in this one, because one line is 50. And let's do a red. Oh. Right. Did I do an orange last time? Let's try purple. No, it looks like purple. Yellow. Let's see if the yellow shows up. Okay, so we did 50, 20, 35, 45, 50. It sort of shows up. There we go. And wafty wafty. So we've started that back up. That's really cool. And we've got 25 left. So I'm actually going to put it, I might put another, I'm going to put 10 into dining and 5 into the 30-day challenge. So 10 will go into there. I can't cross anything off. I took all of that with me to Japan, but it started to save a bit. And then just add another 5 to this one. And what I might do is just do a 5 there and then I can add a 10 next time. There we go. So I think that's me caught up with my cash stuffing. Oh, I missed it. I love all the stuffing that happens with the money. And yeah, so if you would like to comment and let me know what you think of how I'm doing, if you've got any suggestions, and if you've got any cash stuffers that you could recommend that I watch. I watch Budget with Ira, but he's really cutting back. And I've bought some of his things, like the Infinity in the budget book. I watched Two Sister Bees, and she's coming back to do cash stuffing. That's great. The Bubbly Cash Stuffer is an Australian Stampin' Up demonstrator who has been cash stuffing for 7 years. Hi, Vicky. I've been loving watching hers and getting some really good ideas about how she does the smaller challenges. And yeah, that's been really good to watch. The Rockin' Witch, I like her. Bethany Budgets. Yeah, lots of the English ones. Thanks for watching my channel. Please could you share, like and subscribe? I really appreciate it. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.